Us Cuban Americans want to go and fight. That's what we're asking for. The Democrats are taking a lot of time. They are talking and talking, but they're not giving us any answers. So, the president is not giving us a concrete answer. Yesterday he said that he wanted to lift the embargo, but that's not what we're asking for. The embargo, what it was just going to do is let the dictatorships have more money to control the people, because it's communism. Everything that they want to do is control. And we want the freedom, we want democracy, we want a change in the government.
The mainstream media is kind of pushing this idea that Cubans are protesting a lack of COVID vaccines. What do you think about that?
Cuba made their own vaccine. They have it. We know that they have that vaccine. I have families that they had COVID in Cuba and they were treated well. That's not what they're protesting for. There's no hygiene in the hospitals. There's no actual good care. They have the medicine, but there's no good care in Cuba. So this is not because of the COVID.
Why isn't money coming in? Why are we seeing these food shortages?
The main money that comes from Cuba is tourism. And as soon as COVID hit and tourism was to stop, the dictatorship in Cuba didn't have any money. A lot of chips go, and trying to give them food, try to give them water. They will not take it because they're too proud. They're too proud to take it. They don't want the people to know that Cuba is accepting help. They're telling people, no, we're not getting any help from nobody. We're just doing this ourselves. We're just doing this ourselves, and that's a lie. And Cuban, they don't have information. They have a little internet, but not all of them.
And they just shut it off.
And they shut it off, and then they shut it off so they could tell the news, so they can pretty much tell the news whatever they want. They could go in Cuba and be like, hey, listen, the Americans are trying to take us down. Please be aware that they're coming to take us down. Be afraid, be this, be like that. But they don't show the actual Cuban people protesting.
And what we're seeing in America among young people is this shift where they're looking at communism favorably, they're looking at socialism favorably, and they're kind of turning their back on America, saying that, this country isn't all that great.
So all those people, all I want to tell them, fly to Cuba, stay there. If you want to feel what communism, socialism, what is it? Because it's too easy to say it here. It's too easy because I'm from Cuba. I came when I was 12. And I know the difference between Cuba and United States. I love it here. I'm American too. I like my 4th of July. I like my Americans. I feel it. I feel the red. You want to shift? Go to a country that has it already. Don't come here and want to have it. You think it's easy. You think everything's free. You think it's good. But it's really not. Every Cuban that's outside Cuba right now flew because of communism. Communism is not good. It's not fun. It's not going to give you freedom. It's going to take it away from you. Revolution is what they always claim in Cuba, that everything that is there is a revolution against the United States. But that's a lie. That's a lie. The only thing that's happening in Cuba is dictators taking advantage of the people and having them act like chips.
That wasn't real socialism. That wasn't real communism. We hear that a lot.
Like I said, if you think like that, go to Cuba.
Listen to us, guys. Communism sounds beautiful in theory, but it can never be taken to practice. Understand that. Communism kills. They take everything. They tell you what to think, what to feel. They even control what music you listen to. Right now in Cuba, after 62 years of communism, kids are getting shot in the streets just for chanting freedom. There is no freedom in Cuba. You can't say what you think. They don't want communism. We want democracy. The problem is not the lack of food or the lack of medicine, it's the lack of freedom. If we have freedom, we will have food and medicine. You can bet on that. Communism and socialism is not good. And look, this guy, he's no hero. He's never been a hero.
He killed everybody.
He used to kill kids and kill homosexuals in Cuba. Just for being different. He used to kill Christians, telling them, oh, you believe in God? Well, tell God to save you now. Boom. He's no hero, and he's definitely no revolutionary.
Are you seeing colleges start to teach students that these communist ideas are... Yeah.
Let me check on that. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, absolutely. What they sell into the young people is just this utopia, this idea that everything is going to be fine if you just hand out the power to a single person. I went through the college system here in the United States, and it's just obvious that that's what's happening.
I went to Howard University, and there is a lot of professors over there teaching that Cuba is great. Cuba is not great. It's never been great. Since day one, they took the weapons. They took your freedom of speech, your freedom to assemble. You can say what you feel. In Cuba, you ask them, did you have breakfast today? No, I don't like to have breakfast. It's not that they don't like it, it's that they don't have it. But if you say, I don't have enough food to have breakfast, you're speaking against the government.
Political prisoner automatically.
Automatic. political prisoner.
The idea of democracy is greater than communism. The idea of capitalism is greater than communism, and I say it to all of the students. You got to study it. Every time communism is put in place, it ends up in a dictatorship. When Fidel Castro the Dictator came in power, first of all, he took the guns from everybody, and then he killed the smart, intelligent, intellectuals. Remember the professors, the intellectuals? You go first, and then they indoctrinate everybody. They send them to schools, to special schools to indoctrinate you. Right now, it's being pushed to the left, but we need to push it to the right.
What's your message to college students who say that America is an oppressive place?
America is an oppressive place. Look what is going on here. Look at everybody walking around freedom here. If this was the house of Diaz-Canel, we will be all killed right now. We will be all dead. So where is the oppression? And when there is oppression, you can go to the courts, you can go to the TV, you can go to the government, you can go anywhere. But in Cuba, you cannot go anywhere. And over here, oppression and whatever goes wrong with the government, it is known and it is published and it is investigated. In Cuba, you can't investigate anything. There's no investigations. The communist government doesn't allow investigations.